Welcome back to Dinalicious 101. Today I'm going to teach you how to make one of my favorite easy dishes to make, which is beef broccoli. Keep watching. Now let's go over our main ingredients, which is broccoli, of course our beef, a red and yellow bell pepper, an onion, and some mushroom. Now let's move on to our condiments. The ingredients for this dish are going to be pretty easy. Low sodium soy sauce, ginger infused oil, brown sugar, a few red chili peppers, roasted sesame seeds, and to thicken up our sauce, we're going to be using a little bit of cornstarch. Let's get started. The first thing we want to do is we want to prep our meat while we chop up the veggies later. So this way your meat is going to get a chance to marinate in its sauce. The first thing you want to do is we're going to grab a tablespoon of cornstarch. You know what, actually we're going to do about a tablespoon and a half of cornstarch to get started. And we're going to grab our low sodium soy sauce. We're going to do about half a cup to get us started. We're going to do our brown sugar, and I'm doing a little bit more than usual, so I'm going to do about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are half a tablespoon, by the way, not a full tablespoon, so this is 2 tablespoons so far. Three tablespoons. 4 tablespoons. We're going to do about 5 tablespoons of brown sugar. It looks like a lot, but it's really not. So once we have all those ingredients in there, we are going to mix it up. You want to make sure this is like thoroughly mixed. Look at that. You should make sure your meat is covered fully. You're going to get a nice little brown color while you're mixing it up. And right now, by the way, I have, because you know I like to multitask, I have my white rice cooking and I have the pot that I'm going to be using to be making this heating up. That way you're not in the kitchen for 5 hours. This is going to be fairly quick dish to make because since this is already chopped up in fine pieces, it's going to be a lot quicker to cook. And we're going to let our cornstarch thicken a little bit in here. So I'm going to put this on the side for a few minutes and get started on everything else. Keep watching. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our bell peppers all chopped up. And here we go. You want to make sure you chop them up like this the long way. And we're not going to cook these for very long because the goal of it is going to be to let them be crunchy. Now we're going to move on to our onion. Keep watching. I'll be using a full onion. Again, we're doing the same thing that we did with the bell peppers. You want to make sure you cut the onion the long way. Small pieces. Just like that. So we're going to get started on cooking our meat. Keep watching. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of our ginger infused oil into the pot. It's just a couple tablespoons. Then we're going to toss in the mixture that we did. Once our meat is in there, we're going to add an additional half a cup of low sodium soy sauce. We're going to add another tablespoon and a half of cornstarch. So we're gonna sprinkle on some red chili peppers. Now that is really up to you, which is the reason why I'm not using a measuring spoon for the chili flakes, because I think we all have a different tolerance for hot sauce or, you know, spicy flavors in our food. So that really is up to you. So we're gonna let this cook for about, I want to say 15 minutes max, and we're gonna keep checking up on it. And once the meat is done, then we're gonna go ahead and incorporate all of our veggies. I'm gonna make sure you close it. Put the heat at medium. And yeah, we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. Keep watching. So it's been about 15 minutes and our meat is ready. The flavor is amazing. You guys have to try this recipe. So first we're gonna dump in our bell peppers, our broccoli, which make sure that you kind of break it down. Don't put huge pieces of it. Our onions. And our mushrooms. And now the fun part, we mix. Now you want to make sure you don't add all the veggies too early on, because then they're going to get soggy. And the reason as to why I don't think you should let them get soggy is because since we're using soy sauce, not salt, for this recipe, as you know, soy sauce is almost pure sodium, so it's all salt. So if the soy sauce gets too infused into your veggies are going to taste too salty. And we want a nice little contrast between the meat and the veggies. Not to mention we want our veggies to be crunchy when we serve this. But look at how beautiful that's looking, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna let this cook for about 5 minutes. And I'm gonna go ahead, make sure that after you put the veggies, make sure that you close the lid so that the heat and the moisture gets to the broccoli, so that the broccoli cooks better. In general, I think it cooks better if you put a lid on it. So I'm gonna let this cook for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and serve and see our final product. Keep watching. And this is our final product. The only thing I did is I went ahead and sprinkled some toasted sesame seeds on top, as you can clearly see, and we're done. This was a very easy dish to make. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for new videos each week. Also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Dinalicious Cooking 101. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!